Roots of Pacha isn't just a cooperative farming sim, it's a city builder set in an ancient civilization where contributions to your tribe lead to the discovery of new technology. It's like if Stardew Valley and City Skylines had a baby, a more primitive yet somehow cooler baby. Unlike Stardew Valley, your goal isn't to grow crops in order to make money, but to provide for your tribe and contribute to the progress of your civilization as a whole. Your tribe consists of a wonderful cast of unique characters, like Igrork, Acre, and Ron. Good ol' Ron. The entire clan contributes to the village's prosperity, which leads to new innovations. In the early game, the only way to tell the time is by looking at the top right corner of your screen and checking the position of the sun. But after a while, you'll be able to build a sundial which will actually put a clock on your HUD. Other NPC ideas will allow you to build new tools like a water bucket to help you farm and a hammer for mining. Your individual contribution also acts as a currency. Some NPCs will trade contribution for things like seeds, more inventory, and cosmetics. To earn individual contribution, you just need to put items into the big box in front of the chief's house before the end of the day. When you go to sleep, you'll be able to see how prosperous your clan is, how much contribution was earned, how much individual contribution you made, and how much contribution each item you donated is worth. The fast and loose of the story is that the village shaman went to the Great Deku Tree to talk to the spirits. They told him to take the rest of the tribe and buzz off. There was an earthquake that kept us from returning home, and everyone was getting desperate and started looking like a snack. But not in the good way. Just in time, another Great Deku Tree was found, so we settled down again, and somehow that made everything better. When you start out the game, you need to clear out some of the fields in order to start planting crops. But to actually get those initial seeds, you need to go and explore a bit. Different wild crops will grow in certain areas, and these crops, much like your own, will only grow during certain seasons. So in each season, you'll want to go looking for some new seeds to plant in your gardens. Growing and harvesting each crop will give you knowledge about that crop, and knowledge will tell you what seasons it grows in, how fast it grows and produces yield, and even increases your chances at getting higher quality yields. Once you learn how to cook foods, you can even make different dishes, which replenishes stamina and gives certain buffs depending on the dish. One of my go-to dishes is roasted fish. It replenishes a decent amount of stamina for how easy it is to make, and gives a small buff to fish spawns, which is nice because dried fish is huge for contribution. In order to fish, you need to wade in some shallow water and use your hand axe. This will open up a minigame where you need to follow the fish with your cursor and build up segments of a meter before going for the catch. Different fish will have different number of segments, and sometimes you need to move your cursor away in order to keep from startling it. You can attempt to catch the fish before getting all the segments, but this can cause you to fail the catch. You also gain knowledge with fishing as well. Knowledge will tell you where the fish can be caught and decreases the number of segments needed to catch it. If you never cared for the combat in other farming sims, I've got some good news for you. Roots of Pacha, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have any combat, unless it's just way later in the game. Instead, the mines have friendly spirits that help you fast travel to different parts of the cave. There are different obstacles like offering certain items to statues and puzzles that shapeshift you into different animals. The further you go into the mines, the more resources you can get, which leads to more ideas from NPCs, which leads to more tools and accessories. Speaking of accessories, cosmetics can actually provide you with different buffs, from increasing your max stamina, more movement speed, and gaining more friendship with animals. Pretty early on, you'll get a flute that you can play for animals. Once an animal trusts you enough, you can interact with them and attune with them. Attuning with an animal will bring up a fun little rhythm game that you need to click to the beat to. Each animal has their own music, and so far, bunnies are my favorite. Depending on the animal, you need to attune with them a set number of times before you can tame them to be your pet or live on your farm. But you'll need your own house for pets and a barn for farm animals. Farm animals need to eat tall grasses and have to be cleaned up after, but provide different useful resources as well. And once you have a composter, even cleaning up after them is useful too. You'll also gain the ability to mount your farm animals, making traveling easier and allowing you to participate in races. Not only can you increase friendship with animals, but you can also increase friendship with NPCs as well, which means love. You can give people 2 items a week, and once your friendship is high enough, you can even dance with them too. When you interact with someone for the first time, you'll learn what role they play in the clan and who they're related to. Just know that if someone has a partner already, they aren't romanceable, because we ain't homewreckers out here. And if you ever forget who's who, there's a tab in your journal to help you out. And yes, I know, I don't have very much friendship with people yet. Gonna be honest, I've kind of been busy playing with the animals in the forest instead. However, I have been making some schmoves on Vala of the Morgani tribe. She's adorable and has heterochromia. I'm definitely not this far along, but according to the trailer, you can also get married and have kids. So I'm looking forward to that too. But I think we're taking things slow for now. I also mentioned at the beginning that this game is cooperative. This character running around with me that looks like Aerith from Final Fantasy VII, that's not an NPC. That's my cousin John. I've only been playing this with him so far, but I'm pretty sure you can get up to 4 people in a game. Different players receive different buffs at the start of the game and need to build their own houses and whatnot to get pets, so keep that in mind. Unfortunately, at the time of making this video, Roots of Pacha's dev team is going through a bit of a dispute with the publishers over the rights to the game. The publishers went directly to Steam and had the page taken down, so you can't buy and play it right now. If you already purchased the game, you still have full access to play, but if you're interested, I highly recommend following the Roots of Pacha Twitter account in the description for updates on when the game will be available again. I really enjoy this game and highly recommend it, so I hope the situation will be resolved soon. But yeah, I think that just about covers everything for now. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Peace.
The spirits say that garlic bread is the only way.
Spirits say we have to have the garlic bread. The spirits say.
You wouldn't want to upset the spirits, would you? Now get on.